In this video, we're going to go over the features of the universal remote and remote extender that are included as part of your custom home theater. And then in the next video, right after this, we'll show you with the remote in operation, with everything connected. Now, this Harmony 1100 Logitech remote is fantastic because it's rechargeable. It's got a touch screen display. It's able to make all your devices programmed with simple and ease and control your entire system with a wonderful, simple, easy to use operation. You have the actual remote, and it comes with a charger that you can just rest it on when you're not using it, which is great. And then you have the actual extender itself that you can mount in a couple of different locations that we'll talk about. And then the actual extender unit needs to be plugged into power as well. So you're going to have your extender, you have your remote and your charger, and that's it. Now when you program your remote, you will basically connect it to a laptop or a computer. You download the software, and then it will automatically walk you through all the steps that you need to program it. It already has over 200,000 devices in its database. So you simply select the device that's in your home theater, and it automatically programs all the codes and everything that you need. We have this pre-programmed and ready to go right out of the box for you. But if you ever add a device, you'll be able to see just how easy that is to do. Now, the way this remote is going to work is you're allowed to use this remote a couple of different ways. When you use just the remote by itself and you don't use the extender, it has a very limited range. So you basically need to point it towards your rack or your device, and so that's not ideal for a lot of home theater situations. But with the extender, this now makes the entire room a hot spot for your remote control. So now you can have your remote faced any direction, anywhere in your room, and it'll talk to the extender, and the extender talks to your devices. So it's really kind of that easy and simple. Now when we program it, what you basically do is you basically tell this remote what you want it to do, and then we have an icon that says that. For instance, this first icon that I have says watch a DVD. When I select watch a DVD, it will turn on the projector, it'll turn on the DVD player, it'll turn on the preamp, and through the trigger cables that we talked about when we were connecting the cables, that turns on your amps. Your entire system is ready to go. If we were to select just listen to a CD, which I've already programmed, well then it turns on your DVD player, which can also play CDs, and your amp and your preamp, but it doesn't turn on the projector because you don't need it. And then it also has listen to radio. There's an FM function as part of your preamp, so if you had your radio connected, it would simply turn on those devices. So when you go through and you program it with the software, let's say you add a cable box, you will literally put in the model of that cable box. It will implement it into it, and then you program it by it asking you a series of questions of, do you want to listen to a DVD? Okay, where is the DVD player plugged into? You just tell it a couple of simple questions. It just walks you through it, and then you get an icon, and it automatically shows you all you need to do to watch that device. So you can still use the individual remotes for the units. Sometimes there's some features you want to get into the menus and do some fine tuning and things. You can still use your regular remotes for that. But for most of the time, you're sitting down, you're ready to watch a movie, you just push one button and you're up and going. And then it also lets you control your volume, and everything gets controlled right here, right on this device. So it's all you need for most of the time when you're entertaining or watching a movie or something with your friends. And then, as I mentioned, if you need to get more specific with some of the menus and details, you can go back to the original remotes for that. Now, with the Wi-Fi extender, there's a couple ways you can use this. What you basically want is for the extender to be able to talk to your devices, and then the remote will talk to the extender. So once you set this up, when this is how we have this will be coming to you out of the box, the remote actually won't work with the devices because it's designed to talk to the extender, and the extender talks to the devices. Now, you can do this a couple of ways. Number one, and as we put some Velcro on it, you can actually put this right on top of your rack, right around here, and then you'd be all set to go and just plug that into power, and then you don't even have to do anything else, and then that will work just fine. The other thing that you could do is, if you find that by putting it in your case like this, you're getting a dead spot with the operation of the remote, you can just put this anywhere else in the room. So let's say that this is against the wall. You could just hang your extender on the other wall. And then this will have a great view to talk to your components and your projector, and you can control it that way. So when you set up your devices here, play around with it and see if it works, because you might find that you can just put this right here on top of the rack and there's no blank spots, and you can just sit in different seats in your theater and just push everything on and off a few times, and if it all works great, that's great. If you find that you do have some dead spots, well then just take your extender out and just put it different places around the room and see if you can find a nice sweet spot that makes it work great. This will give you, I mean, if you don't have too many obstructions, you can get up to 100 feet of a range with this extender. So it should really give you all you need. But anyways, it comes with all the manuals and all the materials and everything you need to know. It's all pre-programmed, as I mentioned, and ready to go out of the box. So you should be able to just follow those details and be ready to go. And you're just that much closer to having your system up and running.